Raw, untamed, ancient. Before fire, before technology, before we learned to conquer nature, we were creatures of instinct. We tore, chewed, and devoured food in its natural state. No flames, no seasoning, just survival. But today, in a world where every meal is filtered through convenience, hygiene, and habit, a quiet rebellion is emerging. People are returning to the primal table, eating raw meat. They claim sharper minds, purer energy, and deeper connection to nature itself. To them, the raw meat diet is not madness, it's healing. To critics, it's dangerous, even absurd. So, who's right? Is this primal diet a forgotten miracle, or just another modern delusion? Let's uncover the unfiltered truth. In recent years, social media has been flooded with faces of the raw revolution. Fitness influencers bite into raw liver, health coaches preach ancestral wisdom, and millions of curious viewers wonder, could this actually work? The movement draws inspiration from early natural health pioneers. One of them, Dr. Weston A. Price, traveled across the globe in the 1930s studying indigenous tribes untouched by industrial diets. He found they had strong teeth, vibrant health, and low rates of chronic disease, all while eating natural, often raw or minimally processed foods. To followers of the raw meat lifestyle, these findings validate a simple truth. The closer we eat to nature, the better we feel. Yet, it's important to note that ancestral diets were not just raw. They were balanced, seasonal, and deeply connected to their environment. Today's raw meat revival often skips that context, romanticizing the past without fully understanding its complexity. Science invites us to pause and ask, what actually happens when we eat raw meat? Cooking was not an accident in human evolution, it was a turning point. According to Harvard biologist Richard Wrangham, author of Catching Fire: How Cooking Made Us Human, the mastery of fire transformed not just our food, but our biology. Cooking breaks down collagen in meat, softens plant fibers, and makes calories more accessible, fueling the rapid growth of our brains over millennia. Yet raw meat does retain certain fragile nutrients destroyed by heat: enzymes, vitamin B6, and omega-3 fats. Some claim these elements promote digestion, vitality, and skin health. But here's the trade-off. Those same enzymes that make raw meat alive can also harbor pathogens: Salmonella, E. coli, Campylobacter, Listeria, invisible invaders that can cause devastating illness. The CDC and WHO consistently warn that even high-quality grass-fed meats can carry harmful bacteria when eaten raw. Advocates respond that their meat is flash-frozen, hygienically handled, and sourced from trusted farms. Some even undergo raw meat detox phases, swearing by mental clarity and emotional stability afterward. But are these transformations due to nutritional changes or psychological conviction? Why would modern people risk their health to eat raw flesh? Perhaps it's not just about food, it's about meaning. Across history, thinkers and writers have wrestled with the same hunger, not for calories, but for authenticity. In the mid-1800s, Henry David Thoreau retreated to Walden Pond to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life. He sought simplicity, purity, and truth, not in comfort, but in closeness to nature. Nietzsche, in Thus Spoke Zarathustra, wrote of returning to our instincts, to transcend weakness born from over-civilization. He believed the modern soul, insulated by comfort, had forgotten the wisdom of its own body. So when someone today bites into raw liver, they're not just consuming food, they're consuming an idea. A rebellion against processed living, a return to the wild pulse that civilization tamed. But rebellion without reflection can be dangerous. For what begins as liberation can end as obsession. To approach this raw debate with wisdom, we can use three guiding lenses: biological, philosophical, and practical. 1. Biologically, our ancestors survived through adaptation, not through purity. They ate raw when fire was absent, cooked when fire was found, and always balanced risk and need. Raw meat can nourish, but it can also harm. It's not inherently superior, it's situational. Scientific studies show that nutrient absorption often improves with light cooking, while full raw diets can strain digestion and immune function. 2. Philosophically, raw eating represents our yearning for what's natural. But natural doesn't always mean good. Poison is natural. So is disease. The philosopher Epictetus warned against confusing instinct with wisdom. It's not things themselves that trouble us, but the judgments we make about them. The raw diet, then, is not salvation. It's a mirror reflecting our deeper longing to feel real again. 3. Practically, health is built on moderation, not extremes. If raw food calls to you, begin with education. Source high-quality meat, understand proper freezing and handling, and listen to your body. But remember, longevity isn't achieved through obsession, it's achieved through harmony. True strength lies in balance, not in defiance. Real stories reveal a spectrum of experience. Some report glowing skin, reduced inflammation, mental clarity, even spiritual awakening. Others suffer fatigue, nausea, and infection, or feel isolated from family and culture. These contrasts teach us something profound. The raw meat diet isn't a single truth. It's a reflection of individuality. Every body responds differently. Every belief shapes biology. The journey, as the poet Rilke once wrote, is not about seeking new landscapes, but seeing with new eyes. Maybe that's what the raw movement represents. Not a change in diet, but a change in perception. So, miracle or madness? Maybe it's both. Because the raw meat diet challenges us to confront more than just food. It confronts the distance we've built between ourselves and the earth that feeds us. Fire gave us civilization, but maybe, somewhere in the ashes, we lost touch with the primal wisdom that once guided our instincts. Perhaps the goal isn't to eat raw or cooked, but to remember why we eat at all, to sustain, to connect, to awaken. The question is not whether the raw diet is right, but whether we are ready to live consciously again. If this video made you question what natural really means, give it a like, share it with someone who's curious about real health, and subscribe for more explorations into the science, philosophy, and spirit of food. Stay grounded, stay curious, and above all, stay wise.